Hey guys, Angry Monkey here with another Retro Game Treasure unboxing video. So those who are new to the channel and you're wondering what this is a video game subscription service that sends you 3 to 5 games to your house every month to add to your personal collection. This is not a rental service, you get to keep these games, and these games come on a wide variety of consoles depending on what you choose. So you can choose old school stuff, whether you want to go with Intellivision or Atari. They have a bunch of Nintendo stuff from the NES all the way up to the Wii. So yes, you can get games for the NES, the Super Nintendo, the 64, the GameCube, and the Wii, as well as the portable stuff of the Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, Nintendo DS, and Nintendo 3DS, and a bunch of Sega options as well, from the Sega Master System, the Genesis, the Sega CD, Sega Dreamcast, and Sega Game Gear. Notice I did not say Saturn. That is unfortunately one that they do not offer. And also, don't expect Dreamcast or CD in your box. You could possibly get them. I have gotten a loose Dreamcast and a loose Sega CD game at one point in the 6 years, almost 6 years I had the service. So it is possible, but don't expect it. You can also get PlayStation 1, 2, 3, and 4, plus PlayStation Portable, as well as original Xbox, 360, and Xbox One. So yeah, you can go old school all the way back to the 70s, even stuff as recent as, well, I guess the early 2020s. So you can get almost 50 years of video games in your service here, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I've gotten some stuff from 1977, and I've gotten stuff as recently as like 2021 or something like that, which is weird to consider that to be retro game treasure, but whatever. So how this works, you go on the website, fill out a survey, but before we talk about the survey, there are two additional things that I need to talk about, and that is the wish list and the checklist. So on the checklist, which is very important, and things that I sometimes forget, and you guys have seen in my unboxing videos of, oops, I forgot to check that one off, make sure you check off all versions of a game. So Star Wars Battlefront on PS2, I've got the Red Label Greatest Hits version, which is fine with me, but make sure you check off both the Greatest Hits and the original Black Label version as well, unless you want both versions, which most likely you don't, unless you're collecting both Black Label and Red Label for some reason. I don't know. Why would you do that? Don't do that. That's dumb. Also, check off that you have it on original Xbox as well, unless you want it on both PS2 and original Xbox. Again, that is a thing that I forget multiple times of, oh, I got this game on PS3 and now I have it on 360 as well. So yeah, take my lesson to heart. Check off all versions of that game unless you want it on both consoles, which some of you might. Some of you might want a full 360 collection and a full PS3 collection. Most of you probably don't, though. Like in my case, I got it. I got a way to play it. I'm happy with that. I don't need another way to play it. Unless it's Nintendo re-releasing it on a newer console, which in my case, I eat all that up, but whatever. Then there's also the wishlist feature. Now, don't expect Earthbound, a $350 game, in your $40 subscription box here. But let's just say you got a Super Nintendo and you're like, hey, I really want Super Mario World. That's a possibility to get in your box. I know that that game's getting a little more expensive, so it's not as likely, but it is still a Mario game that sold, I don't know, millions and millions of copies. So, yeah, Mario World, yeah, that's a possibility. Or if you're into like a Madden game, you'll probably get that in your box. That's very easy to come by. It's like a $5 game. But yeah, if there's a game that you're looking for, go ahead and put it on your wish list. Go ahead and put Earthbound on your wish list. You're not going to get it, but it doesn't hurt to put it on your wish list anyway. I've got it on my wish list, even though I know 1,000% I'm not getting it in my box. Unless it's an import, that'd be kind of cool. Yeah, so those are a couple important things. Again, check off all your games on the checklist and make sure you check off all versions. And go ahead and build a wish list, because you'll probably get a wish list game in your box if you have enough wish list items. I'm pretty consistent. I've gotten a wish list item, sometimes two, in pretty much every box for the last like 3 years or something. Like consistently in every box I've gotten a wish list item. Even if it's a game I'm like, oh, I've never heard of this game. I look on my wish list, oh, that was a wish list item. I just forgot that that game existed for some reason, but it looked interesting, so I added it. Yeah, so yeah, anyway, that's how that works. But more importantly, go on the website, fill out a survey, and that survey, you fill out what kinds of games that you like, the genres, and the consoles, and all that stuff. So yeah, check what you like, don't check what you don't like. So if you don't like sports games, don't check sports games, you won't get sports games. but they have a lot of different genres, whether into platformers or shooters or arcade games, RPGs, whatever you can think of. Sports games, obviously, like I said. Check what you like. Don't check what you don't like. You can also select of like a sub genre of like, oh, I like NASCAR type games or wrestling games or Pokemon type games, Disney type of games. Yeah, you can check all that off. Like I said, there's all the consoles that you can choose from. You can check if you like getting imports or if you are cool with getting rated M games or rated kid games, and I mean like preschool type games as an option. If you have a Nintendo Zapper or a Super Scope or whatever. So many different ways, so that way your box is unique to you and not like Jim Bob down the street. Now, if me and Jim Bob meet and we're like, hey, you got the same taste in games as me. Alright, you're a pretty cool dude. But just because we have the same taste in games doesn't mean we're going to get the same box, because this box is catered to me, which is pretty cool. Alright, I say we should open this box up. I'm probably forgetting something, but I just want to open this box up. This box feels pretty heavy, so I'm excited. As always, I'm going to have this box face backwards, so that way we don't get a spoiler of what the next game is when I pull the first game out. But, as always, we have the most important thing in our box, the discountairpillows.com, where pillows are inflated, not prices. The most important thing to make sure that our games are safe and sound. These guys are our heroes. Salute our heroes. Okay. So we got a PS3 or PS4, an Xbox One, and I have no idea what this other thing is. It's a box I don't recognize, so that's kind of exciting. And that's probably what's making this box feel a little heavy. So, anyway, we are pulling out the first game, which is Brink on PS3. I haven't had a PS3 game in a while through RGT, so that's pretty cool. It's complete advertising Skyrim. That's funny. So, yeah, this game's, what, like 2010 or something, maybe 2011, because it's advertising Skyrim. Yeah, came out in 2011. Yeah, because Skyrim came out in 2011, so I'm like, oh, it's got to be a 2011 type game. Yeah, I don't know what this is. Sci-fi and probably a first-person shooter. I don't know. The gameplay there is showing what kind of game this is. But yeah, this is complete. Disc looks great. Yeah. Excited to check that one out. Okay. Next up, we got Rocket League. Oh, this game's fun. Believe it or not, I do not have Rocket League, but I have played it at people's houses. Yeah, this is a fun game. It's car soccer, or carker, as I sometimes call it, because, yeah, you're a car and you ram this giant ball into a goal. It's car soccer, which I hate sports games, but this is not a sports game. Or if you call it a sports game because it's car soccer, it's one of the best sports games that's ever been created. Yeah, this game's fun. I'm excited to get this. I hope... Yeah, there is a single-player mode. Okay, cool. And I know there's, like, couch co-op and stuff, which is really fun, too. Yeah, this game's fun. I'm excited to get this one. This one, I don't know what else is in here, but this might be my pick of the box already, because, yeah, that's a fun game. And this next one, I actually got a... Oh. Okay. Well, I guess whatever the third game is just a slipcover. Okay, so I pulled it out. I don't know what it is, though. And it is Rage, which I know I've heard of this game. Oh, this is a big game. Joe, I got your game. I got your Rage game. This is 3 disc. Wow, this is a huge game. No wonder why it felt so heavy. It's complete. I mean, there's a little bit of damage there, but yeah, this game's beefy. And got the slip cover. I mean, it's in great shape. Explosive first-person gunplay, insane third-person vehicular manslaughter, or mayhem, I mean. And 3 ways to play for non-stop action. Yeah, this game looks pretty cool. From the creators of Doom and Quake. Oh, is this id? Yeah, it is. id and Bethesda. That's really cool. This also might be a pick of the box. Do I have this game, though? I feel like I've seen this game in my collection, possibly. I have this game already. And mine's sealed. That's kind of upsetting. Huh. Well. Remember what I said earlier about make sure you check off all games? I guess I forgot to check this game off. But that explains why it looked familiar in a way. Well, okay. Well, we got one more game in my box here. So let's see what our final game is. And it is Sega Tennis. Oh, and wow, this case looks rough. Yeah, look how rough this is. Well, this game is definitely loose because this is definitely not an original case. I've gotten enough 360 games in my life to know this is not an original case. The green color is just wrong. Like here's a Dead Rising 2 off the record. You can just see the color difference. And even though this is kind of a transparent green, it's just a different shade of green. It's kind of hard to tell that though. But yeah, so this is definitely loose and a really bad print job. Oh yeah, that's definitely printer paper. Yeah. Wow, that's bad. I mean, still a game I'm excited to get. But oh boy, that is some rough paper. Still a game I'm excited to get though. I mean, it's a 2-in-1. You got Sega Superstars Tennis and Xbox Live Arcade compilation disc, which I hope I can play because the Xbox Live is shut off last year. Me and Kajinama made a video about that. Of us going through the Xbox Live Arcade, but I'm excited to see what games are on here, and I hope we can play them like couch co-op and couch versus and stuff. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, we got 4 games here. Yeah, Rocket League is definitely my pick of the box, but I think that was a wishlist item, and I think that was also a wishlist item. I'm a little upset that that was a wishlist item that's loose, but maybe RGT didn't know that was loose because it's got a case and everything, but well, I think the discs are probably alright. Yeah, Sega's Tennis looks good. Yeah, so the games look good. The discs are fine. They're not scratched up or anything. But I'll probably have to go on, like, I'm a part of an Xbox 360 collector group on Facebook. I'll probably ask if somebody has like a case and manual of that. Because I don't like loose games, but at least it's got a case, so it's not like upsetting. I know in the past that RetroGameTreasure has sent me stuff like this, and I do not like these. But at least it's got like a standard case that looks fine on the shelf, even though this is pretty gross looking, but whatever. So anyway, if this interests you, I have a link in the description below for RetroGameTreasure with my referral code, and if I refer 3 people, that is it, 1, 2, 3, 3 people, I get a free box, which I've never had happen. I think that'd be really cool. But also would be really cool is if I have 4 more people subscribe. I am 4 people, 1, 2, 3, 4, away from 300, which would also be really cool. Anyway, this box, it's talking about the boss chest giveaway. There you go, you got treasure. Yeah, you can just pause it, but I have the link for that below as well. Fill out a survey for yourself. And the boss chest giveaway, you take a picture of your box, post it on social media, and you're entered to the boss chest giveaway, which you can win a boss chest giveaway item, which is usually a game console. I remember when I first signed up for this in 2019, a Sega Master System was the boss chest giveaway item, which I'm like, oh man, I don't have a Master System. That'd be so cool to win that. And which now obviously I do have one, but that was a boss chest giveaway. I remember a Genesis was one. I remember a PS1 was also a boss chest giveaway item. So yeah, you can win a game console, and then through RGT start getting games for your new console, which is pretty cool. Yeah, so that concludes this section of the video, but don't go anywhere because I have a massive pickup section. March was kind of light. April was not light. I got a lot of games in April. I'm excited to show off what I got in the month of April. So I'm going to clean off this table, and then we'll jump to that. Okay, so remember last month how I mentioned that March was kind of a lighter pickup as far as video games and stuff? And I said, well, hopefully April will be a little bit better. Yeah, so far April's been a lot better as far as video game pickups. So this is technically March that I got this stuff, but it was like after the RetroGameTreasure March video, so that's why it's in the April thing. So I got caught up on all the Retro Rick stuff because I fell behind on Retro Rick, and he's going through like all these stores that he normally goes through, and I'm like, oh yeah, there's that Peddler's Mall that's really close to me that has some retro import games, and I'm like, I want to see if that guy's still there. And sure enough, he was, and so I got some stuff. So what did I get from that guy? A bunch of games that I really overpaid. Games I'm excited to get, not excited about the price though, and I didn't realize how expensive they were or how cheap they should have been until I got home. But anyway, I got some good stuff here, and a lot of stuff I've never heard of, so that's kind of exciting. But anyway, I got Galaxian on the Famicom, and I want to give a shout out to Aggie Thunderpaw because I got caught up on all of his videos too, or a lot of his videos, and I know that he says that he really enjoys this game. So, Aggie, I got one of your favorites here. I got Galaxian, classic arcade game. I know that it's related to Galaga in some way. I just don't remember how they're connected. Is Galaxian like the sequel to Galaga, or is it Galaga the sequel to Galaxian? Something like that. But anyway, I got Galaxian. That's exciting. A lot of these that I got from this booth are mostly JRPGs and strategy games, and most of these I don't really know what they are. All I know is that this one is called Glory of Hercules 2, like Titan's Downfall or something like that. A Famicom JRPG. I have never heard of this before, but it looked kind of interesting. And I mean, when you got a JRPG, I mean, it could be good, could be bad, but it looked cute, so I figure, yeah. I'm hoping to be able to use the Retron 5 on this. I don't know if there's a translation patch. Guys, if you know more about the Retron 5 than I do, and is there a translation patch for pretty much all these games, please let me know, because I would love to get these, and I don't remember how to get translation patches on the Retron 5. I could probably figure it out, but if you know that they're available, please let me know. Anyway, those were the 2 Famicom games that I got. But I also got some Super Famicom games, such as Ogre Battle on Super Famicom. Most of these are pretty clean. There was one of them that I'm like, it's kind of gross looking, but overall these are pretty clean. Yeah, they were all in these protective plastic cases or whatever, and so they're pretty clean, pretty protected. Although I will say Ogre Battle was not quite what I was expecting. As far as like there were some of these games that were more RPG than strategy, and then there were others that were more strategy than RPG, and I was expecting that to be more strategy, but the footage that I'm showing here in the picture looks more RPG-like. So I don't know. I don't know anything about these games, but I just thought they were cool, and hopefully I'll play them on the channel if you guys want me to, of course. Although if I do, I'd probably have to wait for either Kajinama or Fruit to be available, because I am terrible at strategy games, and they're not. So, yeah. It all depends if they're interested in playing these games with me as well. The next one I got, I've never heard of this one, was Feta, the Emblem of Justice, which I don't know anything about this game outside of the little bit of gameplay that you're seeing right there. Yeah, so this was one of those cases, like I said, with Ogre Battle and this. I was expecting that one to be more RPG, but this one seems to be more like turn-based Fire Emblem type combat, which, I mean, I guess it makes sense. I mean, you got Emblem in the name, so maybe that's why they're going with a Fire Emblem type thing with fantasy creatures. Beautiful animation, though. I mean, like, look at the creatures, the arrows, bows and arrows, and all that stuff. Like, it's got beautiful animation to it. I gotta say that. I also got Elferia, which is another JRPG made by Hudson Soft. I've never heard of this game either, but the graphics look really nice. It's kind of got a cute look to it. Again, another game that I've never heard of, but I saw the pictures, I saw some gameplay, I'm like, yeah, it looks pretty cool. I gotta get it. Now this one I know we've all heard of, Dragon Quest. I got Dragon Quest 1 and 2. This one was kind of the one that was the most, like, gross looking, but I mean, the front is, like, clean. I mean, like, that label is, like shiny clean. Who knows? Maybe I can replace the back, because these all look the same. Well, yeah. Yeah, looking at the back there, so you got like Super Famicom cassette model number SHVC-006. So yeah, I could probably just swap out the backs, like get a cheap game and swap out the back on that, and I'd have a clean copy of Dragon Quest. I mostly went to this guy's booth because last time I was there, he had a really gross, dirty copy of Chrono Trigger, and I thought, ooh, maybe Chrono Trigger's still there. Sadly, Chrono Trigger was not there, but I still think I hit a pretty good jackpot with these 6 games that that I didn't have. And I mean, I've heard of Ogre Battle, and obviously I've heard of Dragon Quest, and I've heard of Galaxian, but I've never heard of Feta, I've never heard of Elferia, and I've never heard of this Hercules game. So the fact that I got a bunch of import games that I've never heard of still made it worth my time going there. Although that wasn't all that I got. There were a couple others that I got. There was another video game booth there, one of those that's behind glass. You know how those antique malls, peddlers malls are, where they have like some stuff behind glass, some of them are like in a booth. But anyway, I got a few more games at another booth. Very excited to pick up Gex on PlayStation. This is really clean too. Complete. The disc is great. And I guess I have Gex on my mind because the AVGN made that episode, like, I don't know, last month or 2 months ago, whenever this is being uploaded. And I'm like, oh yeah, Gex, that's a cool character. I will say that his catchphrases do get annoying, but he's still a classic 90s, got that 90s attitude, I guess, that I kind of like. And I don't know, I like him as a character. And I like his ability to like stick to walls and all that stuff. It's fun. another game that I got from the same booth, and Fruit was surprised that I was interested in this, because he's like, yeah, this isn't really a game that you would like, but he likes it, Kajinama likes it, and it looks like it has a lot of humor to it. Is Disgaea 2. Yeah, it is complete. Gameplay footage, it looks hilarious. And the little combinations and stuff with the characters looks really fun. That's something that I definitely need Kaj or Fruit to play with me, because that would probably go over my head. I'd be like, I have no idea what I'm doing. But anyway, I was excited to pick that up. I also picked up Disgaea 3, also from the same booth. So, like I said, these 6 came from one booth, and then these 3 came from another booth. But yeah, that's also complete in box. So I think I walked out with some pretty good stuff here. So what you guys think? There's probably going to be more pickup sections, but I at least wanted to show off this section, which is, like I said, technically in March, but pickups in the April video. And as always, if there's any game here that you want to see played on the channel, let me know. I will write that down on the request list. Like I said, I don't know when I'd be able to get to it, but I want to make sure that you guys know that you are not ignored. When I say that I'm writing it down, I actually am writing them down, and I will hopefully get to it when I'm able to. I just know that these games are going to be better played when I have somebody else with me, and that's kind of the challenge, is finding somebody to be available. But yeah. Anyway, like I said, got all that, and again, if there's a Retron 5 translation patch for these, Galaxian I'm not too concerned with, and I'm pretty sure that this exists, but like, these are kind of the two, well, I guess this one and these two are kind of the ones I'm most interested in as far as translation patches, but yeah, if there's a translation patch, let me know, because I'd love to get those, so that way we can play these games in English. I think that'd be kind of fun. And then, obviously, like I said, Gex and Disgaea. Yeah, so if any of these games interest you, let me know, and I will put them on the request list. And if this is the end of the video, well, then here's the end of video segment. If there's more, well, then let's move on to the next section. Okay, so the next thing I want to show off, so Kaj borrowed my copy of Mario Party 5, and so he unlocked everything on there, and Phoenix is like, hey, we got a surprise for you, and I'm like, okay, and she's like, ta-da, we unlocked everything in Mario Party 5, so now we have to play it on the channel, and I'm like, oh, okay, and then, then surprise to them, turns out Kaj already did that back in 2017. So that's a funny story. And then it was time for him to borrow Mario Party 6 to start unlocking everything in Mario Party 6. We already checked. We have not unlocked anything in Mario Party 6 yet, so it won't be a waste. But when I handed him my case of Mario Party 6, I realized this is just a reprinted cover. It's not an actual case. So I bought this on eBay. This is a legit case. No manual, unfortunately, but, I mean, the case was like $16, so now I have a legit case. Still looking for a manual, though. There's a few manuals I'm looking for GameCube, so, I don't know, if you guys have some manuals that you don't want anymore, there's a few I'm looking for. Yeah. But the big highlight of this section of the video is this guy here. So, JoeSchmmo is downsizing his DS and 3DS collection and using that money to fund his trip to Japan later this year. So he's like, hey, are you interested in some DS and 3DS games? I'm like, yeah. So, we settled on a price and got a box of some DS and 3DS games. I asked, should I add this on to the RetroGameTreasure section, or should I make it its own video? And he's like, just tack it on. It's not really anything worth it. It's just a bunch of cheap DS games. I'm like, okay. He also did say there's some stickers in here that might be a little on the spicy side. So that'll be interesting to see. Might have to censor some things. But let's go ahead and see what we got here. And I'll just pull them out one at a time, I guess. And, I mean, I kind of know what I bought, but I also don't remember what I bought. So, this is kind of a surprise for me, too. So, first up, we got my French coach. So, back in high school, I bought my Spanish coach, because I thought that'd be kind of fun to learn some extra Spanish, because I was learning Spanish in high school. I actually made it to Spanish 4, and was in the Spanish National Honor Society. So I thought, oh, it'd be kind of cool to learn some French. I'm also learning Japanese in Duolingo, so, yeah, who knows, maybe one of these days, I'll pick up French. Maybe. I have a feeling that once I, get decent, obviously not fluent, but once I get decent in Japanese, I'll probably pick up Spanish again. And probably after Spanish might be Italian, because there's a lot of similar words from Italian and Spanish, like they kind of mean the same or are pronounced similar or whatever, whereas French is kind of its own animal. But I mean, it'd be kind of cool to learn French too. So I figure, well, maybe play around with that at some point, learn a few words in French more than just like bonjour or something. I don't know. We also got Scribblenauts Unlimited. Looks like there might be a little bit of water damage there, unfortunately, but aside from that, it is complete. I've never played the Scribblenauts games, but the idea of like typing in a word and like a thing appears or something is kind of fun. So, yeah. Also, another Scribblenauts game is Scribblenauts Unmasked. So, I mean, I don't know if I want to show gameplay footage of all these games, but I typically do. Oh, this one's neat. This one's, like, DC heroes and stuff. I mean, I guess they all are Warner Brothers, but this one, like, leans into that with, like, Batman, and there's Wonder Woman, there's Joker on the back. That's pretty cool. We got Shifting World, which I've never heard of, but it intrigues me because it's an Axis game. Axis is the same people that did the 999 games, so that alone makes me intrigued. But it's a puzzle game, and puzzle games are pretty fun. I mean, it depends on the puzzle, of course, but yeah, it sounded interesting. So yeah, I figured I would get that. And here is another Scribblenauts game. I got, how many of these did I get? I mean, this is my third one. So this is, I think, the first one in the series. Maybe not, I don't know. 2009. Is that the first? I thought it was older than that. And then Super Scribblenauts. So yeah, maybe that was, oh, these are both 2009. And they both have 2009 on the back. So, yeah, I got 4 Scribblenauts games. So maybe that's what Joe meant by cheap DS games. I don't know. Alright, this is one of the bigger ones. Is Full Metal Alchemist Dual Sympathy. It looks like a fighting game. Yeah, perform devastating melee and combo attacks. So a Full Metal Alchemist fighting game. This, I think, was the most expensive one in the box. But I mean, an anime-based fighting game on the DS, yeah, that's kind of a obscure thing. So yeah, that's pretty cool. We also got Dragon Quest Heroes Rocket Slime. This was the other kind of bigger one. I can't remember between these two on which one was the more expensive one, but yeah, we got another complete in box Dragon Quest related game. So, you know, this is pretty cool. None of these games I've ever played. Oh, we got one more in here. We got Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games on DS. I have this on the Wii. So now we got the DS version as well. Is this the first one? I think it's the first one. It probably says 2006 on it. Or 2008? Yeah, 2008. Yeah. Olympic years fall on presidential years. So 2008. Yeah. Yeah, duh. I knew that. Anyway, yeah, I got Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. That's the first one in 2008. We also got, oh yeah, he said that there was an accessory for the Oculus that he sent me a year ago, and this is an accessory that goes with it. So there's that. We got a little Among Us plush. Isn't that adorable? It's pretty sus though, right? I've actually never played Among Us. It looks like a really fun game, but I don't have people to play it with because it requires like online paying and stuff, and I don't pay for online stuff, so I've never played Among Us, but it looks like a really fun game. And lastly, we got some stickers here. So, I guess if they are safe for work, I'll show them, and if they're not, then I won't. But it's a big bag, and yeah, a lot of these are pretty much anime boobies. So I won't be able to show any of these off to you. Like, this is probably the most safe for work one that I found so far. None of them have nipples, though, which is good, but, yeah, anime butt, bunny girl senpai, well, I guess that's just her normal outfit, so that one's fine. But a lot of these are definitely too spicy. Ooh. That was a random react. Yeah, a lot of these are a little too spicy to show on camera. Yeah, panty shots. Some boobage there. That one's mostly safe. Some panty shots. Okay, that one's kind of cute and innocent. Those are her knees. Panty shot. Some boobage. Some boobage. Lots of boobage here. Okay, that one's safe. There you go. That one's a safe one. Yeah, some naked with an apron. Some boobage there. Well, you see that one, I guess. Yeah, that's not one I would have shown. Cat girl. Some kind of vampire-looking girl. Thick thighs save lives. And 02. Yeah, you could just skip to whatever the time is there. Anyway, yeah, I'm just reading all these off. There's a lot of stickers here. And that one's safe. So anyway, yeah, that is what I got, and ooh, that's a good one. Sound like a perv over here. Oh, yeah. There's Rom, and Rom with blue hair. That's really weird. Rom doesn't have a blue-haired sister, does she? Who's Rem? Oh, that one actually has nipples. Ah, Erina from Food Wars. Ooh, that's a good one. Oh, that one's full butt. I never understood the whole no game, no life, the little sister thing. That kind of weirds me out, because she's like 9, and she looks like she's 9. But anyway, there was one of those. She was like a cat girl, though, so it's kind of innocent, but I'm like, eh. So yeah, we got a bunch of stickers, and I showed off the ones that I was comfortable enough to show off, and everything else I'm like, yeah, I can't really show those off. But thanks, Joe, for the stickers and the games. Exciting stuff. And I have them facing down, so you guys can't be naughty by zooming in on my thing there. Except you probably did on that one that slipped and fell. So anyway, yeah, we got, what was it, 9 games and a cute little plushie. I like it. So, yeah, if any of this interests you as well, let me know. I'll put that down and potentially have that for a future series on the channel. Unfortunately, I don't have a way to legitly play these games, so that would have to be through some kind of emulator. I do have an emulator that can play DS games. I don't have an emulator so far for 3DS games. I would love to get a modded 3DS to just play them legit on a 3DS, but that's like $700 or something to do that, and that's just a lot. Yeah, sometime in the future, maybe, hopefully, I can do that and actually play DS games on the channel. But like I said, I mean, emulator, I guess, is an option if any of these games are like, oh, dude, you gotta play Shifting World, you gotta play this Full Metal Alchemist game, whatever. Yeah, so I guess that concludes this segment of the video. Maybe the entire video, I don't know. But yeah, like I said, April's definitely got a lot more pickups than March did. Because, I mean, yeah, you had all this, you had the previous batch of Super Famicom games and all that. So yeah, I got some good stuff here. Excited to show off some pretty cool stuff. And yeah, I guess I will continue on to the next section of the video, or the closeout section. And you guys would know right now on which part that is. Okay, I got a couple more pickups. Yeah, like I said, April just keeps delivering on the video game pickups. I got 2 more items to show you guys. First up, we got Thrillville on PS2. Yeah, it was only $5. It's complete. I remember playing one of the Thrillville games on the PS2 demo kiosk. I don't remember if it was this one or if it was the sequel, Off the Rails. Oh, cool. They're both complete. But yeah, I remember having a lot of fun just building a park. I mean, I know I've mentioned on the channel several times that I grew up playing Roller Coaster Tycoon back in the early 2000s. What was that? 2003, I think that came out. And I was just hooked on that game. Like, I couldn't get enough of Roller Coaster Tycoon. So, any game that can give me a similar experience to that, I'm going to gravitate towards, because it's like capturing my childhood nostalgia. I mean, if I wanted to play Roller Coaster Tycoon, I can. I got one version on the Switch. I've got basically the original, like, OG Roller Coaster Tycoon on the original Xbox as well. I didn't have those as a kid, though. I mean, obviously the Switch version, but even the Xbox version I didn't get until, like, 2011 or 12 or something, when I'm like, is that the original? Oh, man, it is. That's cool. I didn't know that existed. But I didn't have an Xbox, so whatever. But yeah, I remember playing one of these, like, at Walmart back in the early mid-2000s, and I'm like, oh, yeah, that's pretty cool. It's almost like Roller Coaster Tycoon, but you can, like, ride the rides and stuff. So yeah, anyway, picked up that. It's only $5, so why not? And my other one, this is probably my highlight item, of all the, extra pickups that I got. Although I technically already have it, but not this version of it. I picked up for a third time Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. However, this one's a little bit different. And it's this guy here. All the DLC tracks are on the cart. I think I might have gotten the Season Pass, but I haven't played Mario Kart 8 in quite a while. And I like the idea of ensuring, like, future-proofing me having all the DLC tracks, because, I mean, the DLC tracks doubled what was in the standard Mario Kart 8. So here's a little bit of a history lesson for you guys. On the Wii U version, yeah, I got this pretty much when it came out. What was that, 2014, I think? Yeah, 2014. Was when the original Mario Kart 8 came out. And, I mean, yeah, Mario Kart 8 was great. I'm like, oh man, this has got to be one of my favorite Mario Kart games. I mean, for a while, I was kind of split between that and Double Dash on the GameCube, because Double Dash was very interesting with choosing 2 characters, and you can, like, change your strategy depending on who you pick, because certain characters have exclusive items. So, like, Toad/Toadette and Koopa/Paratroopa, like, picking one of each of those is, in my opinion, the best combination, because you get the infinite speed boost from Toad/Toadette, And I think Paratroopa is technically better than regular Koopa because you get what Fruit would call the Red Menace, which you get 3 red shells, whereas the regular Koopa just has 3 green shells, which is good, but not as good as the Paratroopa. So I would say Toad/Toadette and Paratroopa is the best combination that you can have in Mario Kart Double Dash. But anyway, I played through Mario Kart 8, and I'm like, oh, this is amazing. I mean, like, the courses are beautiful, and there's just so many different courses you can go on. And then they had 2 DLC packs where it introduced 4 more cups, I think. It was like 2 in the first DLC and then 2 in the second one. So that basically added 16 new tracks, or like I said, 4 cups. And that was really cool. Then on the original Switch version, they had all of the Wii U DLC already on the Switch version. Oh, and I mean, I know you guys have seen all that before, but I also do have a steel case for the original Mario Kart 8. Well, the original Switch version of Mario Kart 8. So I'm like, oh, that's really cool. So this is already a superior version to this because you have all of this plus the DLCs already. And then you have this version, which is even better than that because this version has all the DLC, which, looking on the back there, you start off with 48 from this version, plus an additional 48. The DLC doubles the amount of tracks, which is why this version is definitely the one to go with. You can find it on eBay for $70, $75. I definitely recommend picking up this version if you guys haven't already. I didn't even know it existed until a week ago, as of recording this video, a week ago. Anyway, it came yesterday, which doesn't mean anything because I'm uploading this long after yesterday. But anyway, yeah, it was a week ago from recording that I discovered this version existed, and I thought, is that actually a thing? Is this legit? Yeah, I think it's legit. It looks pretty legit. But yeah, that is really cool. And the definitive way to play Mario Kart 8. So, really excited to pick both those up. I guess I can take these guys out of the shot. This was just for a brief history lesson on Mario Kart 8. Yeah, really excited to pick that up. Like I said, I didn't know it existed, and now I've got it. And I don't know what I'm going to do with the original copy of Mario Kart 8, because I don't really need the original Switch version. I guess I don't need the Wii U version, but I've unlocked a lot of stuff on there, and it's kind of cool having the Wii U version and the Switch version. I don't know. I've got the Switch version and the Wii U version for Breath of the Wild. I didn't even need the Wii U version. I got the Breath of the Wild Switch version on launch date with the Switch. And then, like, years later, I'm like, oh, cool, the Wii U version of Breath of the Wild. That's just weird to see, so I bought it. I don't think I'd ever play the Wii U version because I've got the Switch version, which is better. And now they got the Switch 2 version coming out when the Switch 2 comes out, and I'm like, I don't know if that's needed, but I guess I could buy it a third time if I wanted to. I mean, it's kind of like if I ever bought the GameCube version of Twilight Princess, I'd have 3 ways to play that between the GameCube, the Wii, and the Wii U, because I got the Wii version, 2008, and then I pre-ordered the Wii U version, mostly for the Amiibo, but I have played the Wii U version, and yeah, that's really cool. I mean, Twilight Princess is fantastic, but the GameCube version is just stupid expensive, but who knows, maybe someday I'll pick that up, and I'll have 3 ways to play Twilight Princess. I've got 3 ways to play, or 4 ways to play, or whatever, Ocarina of Time as well, so yeah, I got 3 different ways to play Mario 64 as well. I mean, I've got it downloaded on the Wii Virtual Console, I've got the original cartridge on the 64, I've got it on the DS, so Nintendo's taken my money several times on the same game over and over, so I'm definitely that customer, I guess. Hate to admit that, though. And I think that's going to do it for this video. If you haven't yet, don't forget to subscribe. Hit the bell so you're notified for when another video comes out. Whether that's going to be another unboxing video, or more Let's Play content, or something else I decide to do. Like I said many times, I've got so many ideas floating around in my brain, and it's just a matter of finding the time to do them. But I got so many more ideas of videos for the channel. And if you guys subscribe, you guys would know when an upload happens because you're subscribed and with that bell and all that stuff. You can also follow me on Facebook, where you can follow me on there, watch the videos I post on YouTube, but I also post them on Facebook. Just another way to interact with you guys, but I mean, whatever. I mean, if you don't want to talk to me on YouTube, you can on Facebook, but I guess it's not needed, but it's a thing. I also have an Instagram where I post video game content. I always forget that I have it until I advertise it. I haven't posted anything in there in, I don't know, a few months. It's been a while. I think it was 2024, actually, when I posted something. Wow. That has been a while. Huh, yeah. I'm definitely due to post something on Instagram. Anyway, follow me on Instagram, but most importantly, I have a Discord server where we talk about video games and anime and Pokemon, and we post memes, talk about nostalgia. We got a lot of great stuff on the Discord. All you gotta do is just say, I want to join your Discord, and I'll send you an invite where we can have fun, hang out, nerd out, as I always say. It's a fun time. It's a small community, but we're a tight-knit group, I guess you can say, and it's just a fun time being on there, and we'd love for you to join us. So, just say I want to join, and I'll be like, alright, here's the link, and you can join our community of nerds. Alright, I think that's all I really have to say here, so, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Don't forget to subscribe. Goodbye.